Hey everybody, it's me, Christy Hibbert, Dr. Christy, and I wanted to follow up yesterday. Yesterday I announced something really cool that I'm doing, a family wellness challenge. And what I love about this is that, this really started as me just wanting to improve my family. And, I've been gone a lot. I was on the road a lot, almost the whole month of September and October. I was gone part of every week speaking and going to conferences and different things. And I came back and noticed my house is a mess and my kids are off schedule and I'm off schedule and we just need to all get back on track, right? So that's why I decided to do a wellness challenge. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna put this together. And I started meeting with my family. And if you don't know, I have 6 kids. And 3 live out of the house and 3 live in the house now. So I met with the 3 that were in the house to start talking about this, but then quickly realized, you know what? I think I want to do this with all the older kids too. So I want to make it so that everybody can participate, even the younger ones, all the way up to grown children. And heck, if you want to, you could even invite your parents or grandparents or your friends or whatever you want to do to be part of this challenge. So let me tell you a little bit about what we've come up with, and I'm going to show you the guide that you would be going by, because I'm going to give you a guide and also a calendar if you want to join us to do this. It's all free. It's just because I thought, hey, if I'm going to do this for my own family, why not just put it online and make it available for anybody who wants to join and make it more fun? I think it's more fun when we're all doing it together versus, just having my family doing it by ourselves. Plus it motivates you more knowing that other people are joining in and other families. Well, actually first I want to talk about what wellness means and why family wellness, and the 5 areas of wellness. And then I'll talk more about the challenge at the end, but just to get you started, in case you want to just go and look it up and get your guide right now, you can just go to drchristinahibbert.com, and there's a little image right in the middle of the homepage that says Join My Family Wellness Challenge. Click on that and you can immediately download all of the materials I'll be talking about in a little bit. But first of all, wellness. Okay, so think about what does that mean to you, I guess, is the first question. Hello, Julie. What does that mean to you? Wellness, when you think about that word. It's kind of a buzzword nowadays, right? You hear that a lot. But needless to say, having that word wellness, what does it really mean? We use it all the time. And so I really have given a lot of thought to this as I've been working on my book, Mastery of Motherhood, because I go through all these different realms of what it means to be healthy, strong, happy, to master yourself in different areas of your life. So when we think about wellness, we're not just talking about health, although that's great. That's a great starting place. So, part of why I wanted to do this challenge for my own family is because I need us to be a little healthier. I've been working on my health and trying to make this my best health ever for this year. And some of you might have seen, I actually had to get a biopsy last week and just found out yesterday that it was negative, and I feel so much healthier now because I'm not so stressed like I was, and now I can just relax, right? But I've been working on my own health, but now it's like it's kind of rubbed off on my kids, which I know I've seen. That is part of it. We want our families to be healthy, physically healthy, right? So that's the first area of wellness, physical. But it doesn't just mean exercising. It means nutrition. What are we putting into our bodies? And it also means sleep, right? Sleep. Oh my goodness. When we talk about family sleep, how is your family sleep? In order to, really work on sleep, we've got to work on the whole family sleep, So we've got to work on helping babies to get sleep and little children to get sleep and teenagers to get enough sleep so that parents can get enough sleep, right? And it's not just enough sleep, it's rest, it's relaxation, it's anything in that physical realm, it's supplements and health and anything that we do to take care of our body. So that's realm number 1, or area number 1, area of wellness. So when people think about wellness, they usually immediately go to that first one, health. It's physical health, okay, and it is. But what about mental health, right? They're so linked. And so then we have the mental aspect, the mental area of wellness. And that does include our mental health. So like maybe you're struggling with mental illness, or one of your children is struggling with mental illness, or a family member. So that's kind of a starting point. Like, okay, maybe it's time to tackle that. Maybe it's time to get some help for that. But what about the next level of that? What about actual mental health, right? What about, do you feel happy in your life? most of the time? Do you feel like you have enough energy, mental energy or clarity or focus every day or not? So it can be that mental health as far as like, not feeling symptoms of depression or anxiety or improving those things, but also it's that intellectual capacity and development as well. So that's part of wellness. Learning, teaching, growing, right? And improving what we already have. So that might include, personality traits that we want to have. I want to be wise, so I'm going to learn more and I'm going to work on that. Or I want to have peace in my life, so I'm going to work on that. That's all part of our mental area of wellness. And it also includes developing and sharing our talents. And for kids, that's so great because this could mean that they're working on overcoming feelings of loneliness or sadness, or maybe they are having trouble with friends and we can help them to overcome and deal with how do they mentally tackle that, and maybe teach them how to, some of the things I'll be doing in the daily live strategy sessions that we'll be doing during the challenge, which officially starts Monday. That's when we're officially going to start, Monday on November 12th, right? That's the 12th, I think. Anyway, so that's our plan, is to start Monday of November 12th, but you can start anytime with the guide once you go and get it. But we're going to do these strategy sessions every day. And so every day I'll be talking about, not just, you need to have a goal in your physical and mental health, but what does that goal look like? And also, how do you actually achieve that? Like, how do you actually learn to change your thinking? How can you teach your children to learn to change what they think and how they see things? And there's some great tools made just for kids that are really, really awesome to learn. And gosh, think about it. Think about the coolness of this. If you are a parent, especially, and you don't have to be a parent to do this challenge. You could do it by yourself, with friends, whatever. But if you are a parent and you're working with your children, how much better off are they going to be learning all of this at such a young age? If they learn about, hey, I have physical wellness, and then I have mental wellness, and then I have emotional wellness, and then they learn the skills and the tools to deal with that, how much better off are they going to be? And therefore, how much better off is the whole family going to be, right? If you're healthier and well, and your family and your kids and your spouse and your partner, everybody's healthier and feeling better, the family's better, right? So number 3 is that third one, emotional. That's the third area of wellness. And we think about emotional, and then it's really tied to our mental, which is tied to our physical. And that's what we're talking about with wellness, as we start to see it's not just health in one realm. It's that all of these 5 realms, they overlap with each other. And when you have health building up in all 5 realms, that's wellness. That's wellness, right? That's what really makes a difference. So in the emotional realm, it might be things like ask yourself, how do I feel emotionally every day? Or ask your children, how do you feel emotionally every day? Are they feeling left out at school? I know one of my children has been dealing with that, like feeling like there's no friends at school, or she doesn't know which friends to find. It's junior high and that's a tough time. Or maybe they're dealing with, some past issues, struggles in the family. My family's been through a lot of loss and a lot of heartache and things. And I had one of the older children call me this week, and he had just watched a show that talked about, death and loss and grief, and it brought stuff up. So maybe that's what's going on emotionally, right? Or what about just stress? I mean, how stressed are you feeling? Or how overwhelmed are you feeling? Or your family members, right? So these are all things we need to work on to deal with our emotions and process in order to then experience greater mental wellness, experience greater physical wellness. They all go together. The other part of emotional wellness is our experiences. So maybe you've been through some trauma recently, or maybe it's been a really long time, but you just haven't quite, really gotten to deal with it yet. You really haven't kind of dealt with that yet. So maybe that's part of your goals for the challenge, right? Now, number 4 is social wellness. And this is the one that people tend to forget, because we forget that obviously we know our relationships are important to our health, but they are so integral, right? And that's what social is. It's not just socializing and going off and having fun, although that's definitely can be part of it. But it's having those strong relationships. And ask yourself this, first of all, ask yourself, how strong are my relationships? How healthy are they? How well are they? My relationship with my children, my relationship with my partner or spouse, my relationship with my parents, my relationship with my friends or colleagues or whatever it might be. And then you can identify where there are some challenges, but then also it's not just identifying relationship challenges that bring social wellness. It's saying, what if, and you can ask yourself this, what if instead of saying, you know what, my relationships are pretty good, or they're fine, or at least they're not bad, what if they could be great? What if they could be flourishing and amazing, right? What if? So that's what it is. It's like asking yourself that question of what if this could be like the best relationships I've ever created in my life? And what would that look like? So that's part of wellness as well. So we've got our physical, our mental, then our emotional, and then our social. And of course, our social involves building the family relationship. So do we think about that? And are we working on that? Not just hoping that our family relationships end up strong, but asking that question, like, what would it look like to have flourishing family relationships? To like really, really be like strong family, and we are, we're taking wherever we are, we're just taking it to the next level. We're just going to do a little bit better. And what would that look like? And also that includes things like, what about family togetherness or family, screen time, family dinners? Do you have a family night or a family home evening night or something where you get together and you actually talk with each other, or a council where you talk with each other, meetings or something? So all of that's part of our social wellness. And all of that, when your family is stronger, obviously it helps your mental, your emotional, and your physical as well. Now, the fifth realm is spiritual. And some of you, when you hear the word spiritual, you think of religion and God. And I mean, that's kind of, my belief system as well. But it's not just that. For those who are not in that religious kind of realm, spirituality is part of religion, but it's not just religion. So spirituality is really just, it's your connection to God or your higher power or whatever you believe is bigger than you. So if you feel like you have purpose in this life at all, if you feel like you have a mission at all, as a parent, even as not even that's huge, as a parent, as a family member, as in your work, whatever it may be, then you believe in something bigger than yourself, because that had to come from somewhere, right? It had to come from somewhere. Now, I believe in God, so I believe that's where it comes from, but it has to come from somewhere bigger than yourself. So how are you connecting spiritually? And how is your family doing that? And are you teaching them skills to help improve? So maybe you guys do things like pray or meditate or go spend time in nature or practice stillness or breathing, deep breathing. But maybe your children or your other family members, siblings even, whatever, have never been taught those things or never learned those. Those are all the kinds of things we're going to be teaching and learning in the strategy sessions, and you can pick and choose what you want. So those are the 5 realms of wellness. So if we think about it, our physical health and our mental health and our emotional health and our social health and relationships and our spiritual health, if we're working just a little bit in each of those areas, that's wellness. That's how you get the full hand instead of just one little finger that can only do so much, right? If we try to lift something with one finger, it's tough. But when you have a whole hand, you can do so much, right? And that's what wellness is. It's these 5 areas that combine together make us strong. And so the whole point of the Family Wellness Challenge is to not only invite people to join you so that you can practice and improve and set goals together, but it's to learn. And it's to learn strategies and skills that can help you. And like I said, this is all free, and just because I love doing this. And so that's why I'm going to come live every day on Instagram and Facebook and talk about some of the strategies for the different areas of wellness each day. What I want you to do is, if you think this would be cool for your family, just go check it out. I want to just show you a little bit. My printer doesn't work, of course, but this is kind of what the guide looks like, So if I can scroll, So it is pretty comprehensive, and it's just a free guide. You can go download it on my website, Dr. Christina Hibbert. And then I just wanted to show you. So this is the calendar, and it's just a calendar that keeps track of your goals. And really, what it is 5 goals per day for each family member, 1 in each of those 5 areas of wellness. And this is a great way to teach kids, right? You've got a hand, you need all your fingers. So we've got our physical, our mental, our emotional, our social, and our spiritual. What's one thing you can do in each of those areas to just improve a little bit? And the great thing about having it be a 10-day challenge is that it's doable. It's not super long, but it's also not so short that you're just going to forget about it. So hopefully it goes a little longer than a week, so you're actually starting to get some habits forming, but it doesn't feel like it's impossible. And that goes for us as well as for kids, as well as for anybody else. So you can download the guide and the calendar, and then you can help kids set goals. And you saw how many pages were in there, and that's because a lot of those pages were just ideas and examples of what you could do for goals and how you might set that up. And then the cool thing is it's totally flexible. You set it up the way you want to set it up for your family. So maybe you set it up so that every day, oh, I forgot to mention, there's 5 goals every day, 1 in each realm, but then there's a bonus goal. So the bonus goal is, maybe I really need to work on sleep and exercise in the physical realm. So that one of those is my bonus goal. Or maybe it's just something I just want to improve upon. Like for me, I think my bonus goal is going to be to organize a little area of my house every day because I feel like I'm totally unorganized. So what I love is that everybody's working on wellness, but everybody has their own specific goals. Thanks for all the love. Everybody has their own specific goals that they're setting up. So it's totally, and you can make it as easy or as complex as you want for those 5 goals. It could be super easy. For toddlers even, you could get little kids involved. So there's 6 points a day, and then at the end, you can calculate however you want. You can calculate an overall winner. You can, I say, celebrate everybody. If they reach their goal, have them maybe set a goal or try to get all the points every day or whatever it might be. Or you can do a daily prize. That's what I love. You can set it up however you want. You could also make it friendly competition. I'm thinking if it were my husband's family doing this, they would totally have to do it as a competition because that's just how they are, right? So they'd have to be all right, we're going to see who does this the best and who wins. Okay, fine. It's still getting people to do good things. But in my case with my family, I don't really want it to be a competition. I want us all to work together and to have maybe an overall prize at the end because my kids are older. But for younger kids, you might have a daily prize. Anyway, there's so many ways you can do it, and it's all written there in the guide. And also every day I'll be coming live. And so if you see me going live, come on. I'm trying to go live around 9 Mountain Time, which is my time every day. But I say try because that doesn't always happen. Be sure if you see me live to join me for the strategy sessions. And once you register for the challenge and get your downloads, you'll also get an email from me so that you'll have my email to contact me if you have questions or whatever. Like I said, it's just for fun. But how much do you think your family might improve if everybody worked together on their wellness for just 10 days and then having that family discussion about the challenge? So what are you guys, what did you learn from this challenge? Or what do you really feel like you did better on? Or what do you feel like you might want to do next or be better at next? Because I'll tell you this, and this is 100% from my own experience, something that I know for sure, and that is that when we lead our families and when we choose to practice wellness for ourselves and take it to the next level and believe that, there's always a next level and continue to work on ourselves, our kids notice. Our families see that and they want to then do better too. I mentioned at the beginning that this year I made a goal to make it my healthiest year ever. As I've done that though, just in the health realm, I've seen my kids, and they're different. They're 11 up to 22. I've seen all of them in different ways do all kinds of different things. And my 19-year-old son started reading personal growth books and writing in a journal and then talking with me about it. My youngest daughter started counting steps. She just wanted to move more, and so she started counting steps. My other daughter started to, she said she was cutting out ice cream. We all had an ice cream problem. So we've kind of all cut out ice cream, and even my husband was like, gosh, we haven't even had any ice cream in the house in weeks. So that's huge for us, right? So it's really been cool because you think you start working on yourself and your wellness and that it doesn't really impact anybody, but it's just such a lie. That when you start doing it yourself and you really take it seriously and you learn these strategies and skills that we'll be talking about and you really make it a priority and then you teach your kids to do that and your family to do that and even your extended family to do that, you can really, really affect a huge change in not only your personal life and in the individuals' lives in your family, but in your whole family together. And that's what I'm talking about, family wellness. You will feel it when there's family wellness versus when there's not, right? So I challenge you to join me for the challenge. Like I said, we'll start official on Monday. And in the meantime, you can go to my website, drchristinahibbert.com, and download the guide. Like I said, there's a little image right on the home page. It says Join the Family Wellness Challenge. Click it, download the guide and the calendar. Start setting it up with your family. If you have questions, email me or comment on any of these posts or on Instagram or Facebook so that I can know. And then that way, when I go live every morning, I can answer any of your questions as we go, as you're trying to set it up too. So, but I'm just excited to do this together. And then at the end, to celebrate all of you and all of your families and all of the cool things that we did. And I'm excited to see what my family is able to do and what you're able to do too. So, all right, everybody who tuned in and who will tune in, I really appreciate it, and good luck. And I will see you tomorrow and talk a little bit more. We're going to start talking about every area of wellness and start breaking it down. So tomorrow we're going to talk about physical, and we're going to give a few tips on the 3 components of physical and physical, emotional health, physical wellness, and mental wellness. So we're going to go into that a little bit, into the 3 components of each, just as an overview before Monday. And then starting Monday, I will be going into detail, like we'll just talk about how to improve sleep on one day, and on another day we'll just talk about how do you deal with powerful emotions and how do you help kids who are overwhelmed with powerful emotions, and one day we'll just talk about how do you build self-esteem and how do you help kids do that. So I really count on your questions and comments so that I can do what you need to know, and yeah, it'll be cool to learn together, don't you think? Okay, thanks everybody. Mwah! Make a great day. As I tell my kids, don't have a great day, make a great day, right? Go do it.